But again, for me, you can't paint that picture for black people. I won't allow you to because I'm black and I understand that we all have different experiences. We have different experiences. And again, I'm someone who grew up in the South. We have different experiences from black people all across the country. So while there's a lot of similarities, there's a lot of differences too. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that there were people that didn't struggle in my little hometown. But at the same time, the struggle is different. Nobody was ducking bullets. Nobody was, worried about at least not where I'm from. Nobody's worried about somebody running up in their house. I mean, I marvel at the fact that the house that I grew up in, like, there was no security. I mean, like, I remember times where we would literally go out the house, leave the door open, and go out of town, and the door would still be open. I mean, unlocked, I should say, not open. But I mean, like, we weren't ever worried about anybody running up in our crib, because that's not how it was where we lived. And on my street, like, you knew somebody when they came on the street because there's just one street. So in my neighborhood, so it's just one street and everybody on the street, got something. So they weren't, you just couldn't just come over there and just people not know who you were. And so, like I said, very privileged area, not rich, not wealthy by any stretch of imagination, but comparatively speaking, middle class, working middle class, a little bit higher middle class for some. So yeah, the struggle wasn't like that. The struggle was different, and everybody's struggle is different. And some people have struggles that we know nothing about. So I get a little annoyed when I hear black people in particular talk as if like we all have the same struggle. We don't. I didn't have the same struggle as Baylor. I love the fact that Baylor became who Baylor is because of what he went through. And he didn't fall by the wayside, which he could have. And I'm pretty sure, you know, Baylor did what he had to do, but he probably knows about 15 other dudes that had the same opportunities that he did, and they went the other way. Same for Uncle Dolomite. Same for King Jern. We all, and I'm just talking about podcasters, but I could even go to my friends who I grew up with or my friends who from college. Everybody has a story as to how they got where they are. I get kind of turned off by watching like the NBA draft or the NFL draft, and you see the guy comes up and he gets drafted and he's hugging a commissioner and he's happy and everything. And then they go into this story. Oh yeah, well he grew up without a mother, without a father. They were homeless. They were taken up by ICE. This was like in '85, and they were taken up by like the story is just like so grandiose. And I'm not saying that everybody doesn't have some type of struggle or hardship. Not saying that at all. But some of this stuff is made up for TV. Some of this stuff is made up for radio. Man, some of this stuff is made up for records. And I don't think that we're being totally honest with the other people. And the thing that I don't want to happen is I don't want other black people to see that and feel any type of way or feel less than because you did, And I feel less than because my parents were together until I was, 14 years old. And while I am not necessarily happy that they got divorced, but I know I have friends who have no idea who their fathers are or fathers. I got a friend who his father never saw him play a down of football ever. And he was dope at football. He played football at South Carolina State with me. He said his dad lives on the other side of town and never even acknowledged the fact that that was his son. And he knows that he got his athleticism from his dad, but his dad, chose to chase other women, chose to not take care of his responsibility, and never, went to go see him play one game when he was in high school or at South Carolina State University. And so that type of struggle is different. And so those things kind of help mold us into who we are. But no, we're not all the same. We don't have the same struggle.